Welcome to another Water Drop podcast. I am Aubrey Spear with the City of Lubbock. I'm the Director of Water Utilities. I've been here in this role for about 16 years. And, as you're racing off to work each day, you may get a little frustrated now and then when you're either in your residential neighborhood or even on one of the main thoroughfares, and kabonk, you hit a pothole, and you get to where you're upset, you're mad. Why don't we fix those potholes? We're going to talk about potholes a little bit today, and how you as one of our citizens and customers can help us with this. And to discuss this today, we have with us Mike Gilliland. Mike, it's good to have you here today.
Aubrey, I appreciate the opportunity to talk about one of my least favorite subjects.
Very good. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself first.
Okay, Mike Gilliland. I'm the Director of Public Utilities here. I work with the water, sewer, and street maintenance groups. I've been with Lubbock for about 35 years, and in the middle of that, I was with the City of Plainview for about 7 years. So I've seen a pothole or two.
You've seen just a few?
Seen a few.
Yeah. So we're going to dive into these potholes.
Okay.
And that pun was intended. And so Mike, what is a pothole?
Well, it's a place where we have allowed water to get through the asphalt driving surface into the base material that softens it up, and with the wheel impacts, you begin to beat that soft material out, and you have a hole.
And it just happens over time.
Happens over time. There is not a product on the market that does not crack. So asphalt, concrete, dirt, you get a water on it for any extended period of time, and you're going to have an issue no matter what the paving surface is.
Yeah. And of course, here in Lubbock, we don't get near as much rainfall as you do in Houston.
Right.
So the potholes that develop are not nearly as likely to develop from rain as they are maybe from other sources.
You know, I think everybody's familiar with the weather events. You know, the cold, hard freeze-thaw cycles in winter, the torrential thunderstorm that provides a lot of runoff and a lot of fast-moving water in the streets. I think everybody's familiar with those and how they help develop potholes. I don't think people realize that the genesis of a lot of these potholes is actually a couple of months before during the summer, and people are watering, and we may have some over water issues. And those occur day after day after day. So the water gets to set in those low spots in streets, and water and gravity will find a way to pull it into a crack and get it down into that caliche base and get it soft. And you'll either develop a pothole right now during the summer, or you'll start the beginnings of a pothole that these later weather events will exacerbate into a pothole. So a lot of these are made right here in the summertime. And
they're created by our customers over-irrigating, so that there's runoff off the sidewalks, into the gutter, down the street, into the intersection.
Aubrey, we see some of these places, and I'm not trying to put anybody out of work here. They run for a mile down the streets, and they run day in and day out. And I know your team goes out and works with these people to mitigate these issues. But yeah, those places are where some of these potholes are popping up, is where you have large amounts of water that get put on the street every day. So what can our customers do to mitigate that or prevent that from happening? You know, it's there's things. Monitor your irrigation practices. I think most yards in town will survive well on an inch of water a week. If Mother Nature provided a half inch on Tuesday, you probably don't need your inch on Thursday. So you can kind of plan with Mother Nature. Saves you some money on top of that. Another issue is how fast you try to get that inch of water out. If you're trying to get an inch of water out on your yard in 15, 20 minutes, then you'll probably get the first quarter inch of your soil profile saturated, and everything else is going to run off. So if you can slow the rate at which you apply that 1 inch of water, or maybe even put it into a couple of short cycles, then you can get more of that water into your soil profile, and less of it will be out on the streets degrading our infrastructure.
Yeah, so I mean, we restrict the irrigation to 2 days a week on certain assigned days, and so in the morning and in the evenings, all of our customers can do the cycle and soak, is what we call that method, where they water for a few minutes and go through each of the different zones, and then come back and water those zones again, but in small chunks of time, 5-10 minutes, rather than 30-40 minutes at a time when you're wasting all the water that goes down. So that our customers can actually make a big impact on, I guess, those potholes not forming as frequently and don't get as large by them keeping their runoff, and which means they keep their money in their pocket.
And their landscape looks better too. So it's a win-win-win situation, just to monitor your irrigation practices more closely.
But even regardless, we do have potholes that develop, and so there's the city of Lubbock, who maintains and owns certain streets. There's TxDOT, the Texas Department of Transportation, and then also the county.
Right.
And all of them are working together to maintain our streets and roads. How does our customer know who they might contact if there's an issue?
Well, I tell you, obviously Lubbock owns and maintains most of the road system in our city. TxDOT does have some highway through the town. Kind of a rule of thumb. If it's a big road that leads to another city, it's probably TxDOT. So you're talking the Clovis Highway, you're talking Marshall Sharp Freeway, I-27, Loop 289, which connects all of those roads. The future Loop 88 was obviously going to be a TxDOT road. So yeah, that's kind of a rule of thumb. If it's on those roads, it's a TxDOT issue, and you can get a hold of TxDOT through their website, and they'll take care of it. It's really hard, even for us and the county, to tell what's what between the way some of our city limits operate. And we've recently come to an agreement. We could show up on one of these streets where the city limits runs right down the middle of the street, and half this pothole's on the city side and half's on the county side, and we've got two crews out there, which is dumb, ineffective. And we've come to an agreement with the county. If you'll take this road, we'll take that road. And so when you call our street dispatch people, they will help you with that. If it's not a city issue, they will help you get a hold of TxDOT. They will help you get a hold of the county. So,
very good. So they need to if they contact us, we can help them
absolutely
understand who it is they need to contact. Whether it's county, TxDOT, city.
You bet.
So who would they contact? Our
street dispatch offices is a 24/7 operation. Their phone number is 775-2608. Call them with any kind of street issues, potholes or any other street issues, and they will get work orders written up and get it to the proper people to get it taken care of.
Okay. Well, that's I think that's important for everybody to know, that how they can try to reduce the potholes, and then also who do you contact so we can get that one nuisance out of our drive to work and back.
And I think you're familiar, Aubrey, with another program we've implemented in the city recently, the C-Click Fix program.
That's true.
If you go back on our website, you can get into it's a program called C-Click Fix, and it's not just water issues or street issues. It includes codes and all of the issues that people are typically needing to report to their city. And you click on the C-Click Fix, and it lists a group of issues that you can say, this is my issue, and then you have a place for to comment on that issue and send it off. And it automatically goes to the people that can take care of that issue for you.
And you can do that on any of your mobile devices.
Right. Yeah.
So along with calling in to say, hey, I need a pothole fixed, so I don't run over it every day to work, and it doesn't cause my car to lose a tire. But also, if someone wants to call in excessive watering, for us to come take a look and perhaps educate our citizens on what they can do with their irrigation systems to save them money and at the same time not have that runoff. that they can see, click, fix. They can do that, and they have other methods.
Or that same phone number, our dispatch office will take care of that. They will take those calls and get your team routed to start mitigating the issue.
Okay, very good. We appreciate you coming on today, Mike.
Sure.
We're glad that each one of you are here today, too, as we are once again wanting to inform you, our citizen and customers, about water issues and things that you can do to help make sure that our roads are safe, and also that you conserve the water that we do have. Water is our life so that you can live yours. We hope that you have a good day today, and thank you for joining us.